Alright everyone, looks like we are ready to jump into our matchup here. It's going to be, of course, Valiance versus Fragsters here, starting things off here on Dust 2, obviously. Where's the in-game sound? There it is. There's the in-game sound. We're going to be able to continue on with our matchup here. There's, of course, seemed to be a very simple push here at the B-bomb, so Letty will have a lot of players to deal with. Now, he has revealed his position, though. He finally does so, coming in with one tap. There's still a lot more players to find, and that's going to be a bit more problematic. Now in this case, the Danes, they have got themselves bombs control, and I'm almost certain a bomb plan will be imminent, but they're still giving some opportunities here. Hunter is able to soften up a guy like Savin, and because they're taking such a long time to plant that bomb, we in fact get to see two of the players here already in the tunnels area. Dragonfly spawns out Esperanto. There's obviously Otto and SP he has to deal with, and of course he ends up getting taken down. So Fragsters can have a very difficult time to stop this one, and it's looking pretty good here for Valiance. That's going to be a very swift pistol round being picked up, and that's going to be the very first round here, working out for the CTs. Swiftly done. A very swift down there from Valiance. It's a good thing that, was it Letney that position? Let me think. Yeah, I think it was Letney on the bomb site itself. A lot of times we will see players that will will just end up trying to peek and try to find the frag as soon as possible, but Letney, he plays that one to perfection. He holds it. Holds for as long as possible. It hasn't revealed his position. And once he ends up peeking, he's able to kill one of the players who doesn't even look him. Sounds pretty good setup there. Fragsters right now making a very simple push here towards long. They're getting absolutely destroyed here by Otto and Nexa. Right now it's looking like, yes, Nexa will have 3 kills to his MP7 and Otto with 2 to the AUG. So that was a pretty good round there from Valiance. Pretty convincing one of that. A clean one as well. They haven't lost a single player, thus their economy will be looking quite solid. And in fact, it looks like they will just keep from the weapons they had earlier. Next on the MP7, you have Litany on the UMP. Looks like we'll be seeing a pretty simple push here at the bomb site. It seems to me that Fragsters is going to have a very difficult time coming out of long. There's already 2 kills working out for Valiance and only 1 for Fragsters, and they're going to continue on peeking here for Valiance. I'm not sure if that's the right call, but it is working out. It is a 1-on-2 now, all up to Torben. He's only got 6 points of health, so this will be a very difficult round for Torben to win. It looks like he's going to continue on moving forward towards long, obviously, but at 6 points of health, okay, finding success will actually trying to make his way through the smoke. That's a perfect timing there for Torben, but still Hunter ends up looking towards the smoke, ends up finding the kill, and that will be 4 kills for Hunter. In fact, that was a very brutal exchange we saw in long, as there was 3 Valiance players stationed towards long. There was the majority, if not all, of the Fragsters players coming out of long, and they had a very difficult time actually succeeding in that position. It did came close to the very end, but overall it will be a 3-0 lead here for Valiance, and in fact Otto will find the first kill in long. It is going to be a very simple round here. Fragsters, you only have the mere pistols to work with, and overall there seems to be like, yeah, they're gonna be able to close this one out. 3 kills in quick succession, and Torben alongside Dragonfly will have a very difficult time, as not only is the bomb dropped in tunnels, whereas the 2 players are stationed outside long, there's also flank coming in, and well, there's just so much trouble, a lot of trouble. Next to see is the flying Torben. That's an interesting way to do a run boost. Maybe they were trying to... No, actually no. I'm not really sure what they thought of it in that position. Maybe they were hoping to actually find a kill while some guy was spraying through a jumping player. Him not being able to land his shots could have been a possibility for Torben to find a kill. But it simply didn't work out. A 4-0 lead right now for Valiance, and Otto with the first kill in long. Again, he's been presented with an opportunity, and he ends up getting it. That's going to be your first kill here for Dragonfly. A&J, good pick up there on Esperanto. Even though Esperanto was flashed out by his teammate towards the middle, he still wasn't able to get that kill. It's okay. Looks like the pendulum swings back in the favor of Fragsters, so who knows, maybe they have themselves a pretty decent chance here. Nexon, though, tries to back away there from shore, but he's simply not quick enough on his feet. With that kill here, Fragsters, yeah, looks like they're just going to continue on pushing on the bomb site. There seems to be only 1 player here long. They realize Otto to be there, and even though Otto sees the player, he isn't able to line up that shot, so right now, Valiance, think he might try to go for this retake here. It will be a difficult one at that. A 4-on-3 retake in which the bombs been planning on short, and with Stavin finding that kill on Hunter, I think the retake is pretty much over at this point. I don't really see how Litany and Otto will be able to stop this retake. It's pretty much impossible at this point. They're just gonna have to save. They're just gonna have to save. There's no other way of putting it. Otto still has an 8 in his possession, and Litany in CT spawn. Did he actually? Oh, didn't Stavin see Otto there? Actually, he ends up seeing Litany in that position. Overall, it's going to be a round here for Fragsters, and Otto saving that 8 LP. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. He saves the sniper rifle, he can keep it into the next round, and of course his teammates, they got loads of money to reinvest here. So I'm quite certain that we will see a reinvestment, and that's pretty much the case. Valiance have decided to go for a double op setup this time around, and Litany will pick up the second sniper rifle. I'm not real sure we'll let me go with his sniper rifle. Would presume towards the B side, as he is the B side defender. And look at the speed. Hunter's moving in through tunnels, of course. The flash isn't that effective. Stavin was right behind the pillar. That was a pretty good pickup there for the likes of Ex-Fragsters. Overall, a good start here for the Danes, with the initial pickup coming in. I think Litany has a very good nade. Litany has just naded one of the players in the tunnel area. And right now, I mean, this is just not working out for Valiance. Right now, Otto ends up dropping in short. This is already looking like a very favorable position for Ex-Fragsters. It's a 5-on-3. And the Danes just have all the utility, all the weaponry in the world to push on a bomb set of their liking. Now, which one will it be? It's still up to debate. They're still holding off the angles, but they're not really committing to any of the bomb sites. In fact, Litany, he might try to get some opening here. Oh no, Litany misses the shot, but he still finds go with the USP. So it means that Fragsters, with 30 seconds remaining, they have to commit. They have to go on one of the bomb sites. It looks like it's going to be the A site, apparently. With 30 seconds remaining, there's only one player here on the site, as of course Nexa. You will see a lot of these players coming his way. There's the first kill for Nexa. There's going to be a lot more he needs to find here to stop this push, and well, he's simply not able to. The bomb will go down here for short. It's all up to Esperanto and Litany to try and stop this plant. Both the players in CT. It's a pretty poor positioning here from Valiance. I'm not sure how are they going to be able to cross. That's so difficult. Looks like they're going to continue on, try to do so. Do they really want to try to go for the boost? I mean, yeah, it looks like they're just going to back away. I mean, they realize that their odds are pretty slim to try to go and attempt this retake, so they will just try to save up their guns, which is a smart choice. And with the guns being saved, I wonder if they will make the purchase. Because Litany is sitting on... Right now, he's going to be sitting on $5,300, so he can easily drop his teammate. Otto can also drop his teammate, if not two of them, really. So like I said, I wouldn't be too surprised if you will see a force buy here from Valiance, and in fact, that's pretty much it. They will decide to make the purchase here. This is still looking pretty good. A second op coming in here in the hands of Otto. The other guys have got the rifles to work with, and of course, Litany still has his op from the previous round. But they have changed things up a little bit. This time around, Valiance, they will have one of the players that's playing on the B side. It won't be a Litany, it's going to be Hunter in that position. I think Litany is, yes, Litany is the one holding the middle with the sniper rifle. Not too much happening here towards long. Next has now deployed a smoke grenade to deter any of the Fragsters players from pushing, but there's only one of them, and that's in fact Torben in that position. If anything, if Fragsters will make the push, it's going to be happening here on the B's, maybe towards B side. They have 3 of their players in middle. Slowly but surely, they're shifting out. Can they actually find any of the kills here? There's one of the players in CT, and in fact, 2 of the players from Valiance in the bomb site itself. So let me. Good pickup for him. There's going to be a lot more players to find here. Esperanto again with the second kill. And this round is pretty much over here for Fragsters. Hunter's anticipating the last guy to come out on tunnel, and he's pretty much right. That's where Stavin is coming out from. But overall, this round is pretty much over here for Fragsters. I'm not sure if Stavin can... Yeah, Stavin can stop this. Like, it's so difficult with the bomb also being dropped in the middle and him coming out of the B tunnels. Like, that's such a difficult round to win. That was actually a pretty good shot there from Dragonfly. Can't deny that. With this, okay, this time around they have a bit more speed pushing on the B bomb site. They even might find a bit more success here. Letney, nice try attempt from him. That's gonna be the B bomb site overwhelmed here, and yeah, it looks like Fragsters in a position where the bomb plate will come in. And next alongside Auto, the two remaining CTs here. They actually want to try to attempt the retake. I mean, now it's suddenly down to a 2-on-3. It's a bit of better than a 2-on-4, but I think Auto and Nexa do realize that, yeah, the retake is going to be quite a difficult one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Auto and Nexa will try to save their weapons here to keep them to the next round. And again, in fact, it's actually quite crucial and quite imperative that they end up saving the two rifles here. Because I'm quite certain if you're a team like Valiance, I wouldn't be too surprised if you end up making the purchase yet again, like the next round. Guys like Letney, Hunter can definitely make the purchase going. And that's going to be about it. Yeah, we'll try to reinvest here, Valiance. Though I must say they have to be very careful about this one. They try to go for the forest boy here. Yeah, that's correct. But if they end up losing this round, I mean, the next one is pretty much obvious. It's going to have to be a full eco from Valiance. So obviously a lot of like this just riding with this round right here. Hunter being softened up in the pit area. Overall, looks like the engagement is just going to continue on here, and there's going to be Torben and Love to find these kills here in Long, and already Long area is pretty much open up. One more player. In fact, no, there's not a single player remaining on the A-bomb site. So Ex-Fragsters, if they do want to, if they do wish so, they could just simply continue on pushing on the A-bomb site, and they will probably secure themselves the round. After all, it's a 5-on-2. Well, they had a 5-on-1. It's all up to Letney here in CT spawn. Looking towards the cross. Oh, that's going to be poor timing, isn't it? He has taken an off-angle position, but yeah, they're going to check him, and that's going to be the round over. 4 rounds here for Fragsters. And yeah, they're very much on the brink of securing themselves a tie. This seems to be like it will be a tie scoreline, 5-5. As Valiance, barely any money to work with, so this has to be an eco from their part. Well, yeah, actually see a simple B rush here from Fragsters on the B bomb site. They have 4 of their players stationed here. Though I must admit, though, it looks like they are peeking out there one by one, which is one of the things you'd have to be very careful about. I mean, if you're a team like Fragsters, and you're not really sure if you're running into a stack or not, and you're just peeking out one by one, that's not sure if it's going to work out. So far, so good here, but it's still a good kill there from Auto. But overall, next to coming in with the Deagle. Now there's 3 players here from Valiance on the B-bomb, so they haven't even recovered the rifle here. So Fragsters, if they're going to continue on with their push, they must be swift. Auto is able to shut down Lama. Now it's a 2-on-2, and Auto, oop, 1 bullet remaining. He has to be quite careful about that one. With the bomb being dropped at the B-bomb side, A&J. Actually trying to find that kill on Hunter, who's right behind the side of Auto. In this position towards the car. 50 seconds remaining. It's still a decent amount of time for actually Fragsters to change things up. They don't necessarily have to come out of the tunnels. If they do wish so, they might just try to attempt to move on through, but now it's down to Hunter. He's only with the USP, and he's up against A&J. He gets the dink in. Oh no, Hunter's been able to pull it back, but no, A&J will be able to stop the madness and secure the 5th round for Fragsters. So it all came down to a 1-on-1. And it's a good thing Fragsters were able to pull it through. Otherwise, I mean, losing to a full eco, man, that's a shame. That would be a shame. Esperanto, close by B long. Actually, no, it's the A long doors. But he wouldn't be able to find any of these kills. In fact, Torben, he's not going to be looking towards the A long area. In fact, Fragsters have seemed to have found a weakness here. That weakness seems to be the middle area here for the likes of Valiance. And right about now, Fragsters, majority of their players are stationed here towards middle. Not sure if they will necessarily commit to the bomb site push. If anything, it kind of looks like Fragsters might try to attempt to head on over back towards short. That seems to be likely. 3 of the players are stationed here, and well, bomb carrier is there as well, but it looks like the bomb carrier will flash out the players in the middle, and yes, it looks like it will be another mid split here. They have 3 of the players in the middle. They have got themselves mid control, so that's great and all, but I do love this reaction here from Valiance. Look at this, they have 2 of their players now in the tunnel. They may not be on the B side, but we might see some confrontation here in the lower tunnel. 2 CTs against 4 of the terrorists coming in way, and Letney with the spray down. 3 kills for Letney, and he single-handedly stops that push from Fragsters. It was a good idea, but Valiance even had a better idea. And right now, poor Stavin, not sure how he's going to be able to stop this one. Letney firing off with that AUG of his. This round is pretty much over here for Fragsters and for Stavin in particular. The bomb being dropped. Possession here of the CT. They don't necessarily even have to give these fights here. Stavin, he's 2 points of health. Okay, I'm not really sure what happened there. It just looked like Letney was just straight up facing Stavin. But overall, it's going to be a round here, of course, for the likes of Valiance. I mean, after Letney got a spray down like that, how can they not win this round? It's pretty much impossible at that point. It looks like Valiance at this point, yeah, they will have a pretty good investment. Thanks to Letney. Now it looks like the team of Fragsters here, they will decide to go another mid push. Well, this round they will change the pace, that's for certain. But it looks like it will be an A split. 3 of the players coming in here through the short area, 2 of them through long, and Otto looking towards the A site, and he's doing a very good job at stopping the push towards short. And same goes thanks to Nexa in the pit. And didn't really get to see it, but Hunter has made his way through short with the max 7. He finds a kill. And overall, this round seems to be pretty much over here. Not sure if Nexa is going to be able to... Yeah, he sees the player there. He should be able to forget that Dragonfly, even though the man's got an 8 OP in his possession. It is looking like a pretty impossible round for him to win. Dragonfly, 13 points of health. I don't think he even can save the op at this point. It actually would make sense for him to save when I think about it, because the Fragsters economy has been reset. So the upcoming round will probably be a force buy. Or will it, in fact? Let's take a look. It makes sense to go both ways, but I'd probably go for the eco. Yeah, I'd probably go for the eco myself. We have 4 of the Fragsters players who are sitting around. In fact, all of them are sitting at around $2,000. The only exception being Torben on $3,000, but the other guys have a pretty equal economical standing, which means that the upcoming round we will see the AK-47s come out, and well, Hunter is definitely justified by his name. He's definitely gonna try to hunt down these eco frags. For now, there's the first one coming in. He's making a big flank, but only the 1 kill will count here for Hunter. It's actually Nexa and Esperanto shutting things down along, and yes, a pause being taken. I would presume if the pause is taking place, it probably is the Fragsters players taking a pause and discussing their approach for the upcoming round. That seems to be the most reasonable option. I don't think it's a tech issue for anyone, or at least I hope it isn't. Like, let's be real, like, tech pauses, they suck. You want to try to get those done as soon as possible. But here, looks like, yeah, the freeze time is over, so it looked like it was a tactical timeout here for Fragsters, I would presume. Let's see what they've come up with. Grenades being deployed, and in fact, Esperanto, there's a lot of players coming his way. It looks like he will try to back away, but no, he will be found out by Dragonfly. In fact, it looks like it's just another A split here, but this time around, they have the majority of the players coming in here for long, and this will net Fragsters at least one of these kills. This will be an early 5-4 scenario. Not looking too bad here for the likes of the Danes. It's a pretty good job that Danes finally got something working here pretty early on. But of course, what's next? What's next if you're Fragsters? With that initial kill, you definitely have a lot more room to work with. Auto and short, good pickup here on Stavin. And that's the thing, I mean, even though they have so much time to work with, I would say the Fragsters should probably hurry up at this point. Scales have tipped back, sorta, in favor of Valiance. So the good thing for Fragsters is there's only one player on the B bomb, so that's Letney with the 8 OP. Let's see if they will be able to overwhelm him. As smoke grenade being thrown out, it looks like with 40 seconds remaining, it's just gonna be a straight up push here on the B bombs with the Molotov. I'll see if they'll screw things up here for Fragsters a little bit. All you have to do now is just wait for the Molotov to disperse, and now they can throw down their old utility, and they can continue on with the push. There's 2 players here at the bomb site so far, so good here for Hunter. Litney finds kill, and Hunter's doing splendid here with the MP9. But overall, it looks like the bomb has been... Oh no, Dragonfly, you still have to pick up the bomb, man. So now with the bomb being picked up, it's still going to be pretty much impossible round for Dragonfly to win. You had Nexa coming in there through, you know, for the hole in the wall. The window area, so to speak, and you also had another player coming in through tunnels. A lot of flashes being deployed. I don't know, for me, this seems to be a simple B rush. Practice again, making their way down to the bomb site. So far, so good. In fact, Stavin finds 2 kills. Actually, Stavin, he was right behind those players all the time. He was in the middle. So this push actually works out wonderfully here for Fragsters. They might just be able to get themselves the 6th round. As Nex and Esperanto, obviously, they will try to go for the retake. This is the last round of the half. So they will try to go for it. Oh, that's a pretty good shot there from Nex on a window. Right now, it looks like Esperanto and Nexa will come in, both of the players from the same angle. So it's actually not sure if they will be able to stop this. We see grenades being thrown out. Nexa, the Hunter actually connects. So right now, the timer is taking ever so lower. They need to find the skills here in Esperanto. He can't really move an inch. Smoke grenade is blocking his vision. And this round is pretty much over to this point. It looks like it's going to be 6 rounds here for Fragsters. Which, overall, I mean, the way this half started out, and the fact that it ended with 6 rounds, I think if you're Fragsters, you're going to be quite happy about that. Surely it could have gone way, way worse. But here, that's not too bad. That's definitely not too bad. Right, looks like we can continue on with our matchup here. That's of course now going to be Valiance starting things off here on the terrorist side and Fragsters on the CT side. And already that's going to be an interesting push between the 2 teams. Players coming down for short here from Fragsters, and of course there's also a couple guys there in the lower tunnels that actually even see each other. This is very awkward right now as AJ from the middle area finds the kill there on Letney. And overall this round ain't looking too good here for Valiance. But of course, Hunter still very much alive here. Hunter's able to take down 2 massive kills here in the middle. Now I wonder if you're Valiance, I mean, you've got so much room to work with. It's a 3-on-2 scenario in which a guy like Dragonfly is so low in HP, so it's pretty much a 3-on-1. When you think about it, that's pretty much it. This round seems to be so good here for Valiance. Stavin, though, he does have the defuse kit in his possession, but like I said, I mean, it's a 1-on-3, so he's gonna have to be very swift on these kills. And nope, it's simply not gonna be possible. 10-6 right now, Valiance. They end up picking up the very first pistol round, and now all they need is to convert this upcoming round. Which may not not be as easy as one might think. Fragsters, they will decide to go for a force buy here. They will have scouts to work with, some of those upgraded pistols alongside the Kevlar. So, I mean, Valiance will definitely have to fight just a little bit for this round. It's not going to be the most easiest of ones out there. And here, we do get to see Torben. Good shot on Nexa towards short. So actually have something working out for them. However, even though they have put so much emphasis on the A bombs in here, Fragsters pretty much abandoned the B side. There's not a single player here, and Stavity will find out through the door. Try before him doing some significant damage on a guy like Esperanto. But overall, I mean, this retake is going to be very difficult here from Fragsters. Though they have 4 of their players in the middle. Did they not see the positioning there? They got no idea about it, in fact. Now they know. Now Fragsters know that the jig is up. They're pretty much stuck here. I mean, they can try to rotate out of there. Sure, that's one possibility, but you've got no idea about the positioning here of Valiance. And Otto's doing a very solid job with that SG of his. That's going to be 11 rounds here for Valiance. Okay, a simple push here in middle, it seems like. They have 5 of their players coming in here for the eco push down middle. They actually find a single kill here. Fragsters apparently, okay, yes they can. That's gonna be one there for Torben. So that's going to be, yeah, that's pretty much the round here for the T side. I mean, there's no way in the world I see Stavin pulling off this 1-on-4 against the T side. Of course, guys like Otto, guys like Nexa, they're quite low in HP, that's true. But overall, yes, that's going to be 12 rounds here for the T side. And now Fragsters, they finally will be able to show us at least a good purchase here. There's going to be the 8 OP coming out here for the guys like Stavin. The other guys, can actually see another op being picked up. If anything, it's going to have to be, yes, a glass cannon op in the hands. Yeah, in the hands of Dragonfly, it seems like. So it looks like the T side, what shall they do at this point? Oh, that's a pretty big nade coming in. Litany eats up that nade like a big man he is. Savin, though, he actually does some serious damage there on Esperanto, right for the doors, it looks like. It kind of looks like Valiance are going to continue on with their push here, it seems like. They'll actually continue on pushing towards middle. That seems to be a plausible opportunity. That he will have to be careful about a guy like Stavin there in the middle. So what's going on here? A whole minute to work with here for the T side. Where shall they go right now? Also, it's Valiance. Oh, now that makes sense. Sorry about that, guys. I knew that it's either Valiance or Valiance. And I always mix up the two, but okay. Thank you guys for giving me the knowledge how to say that name properly. Right now, this seems to be like a very good round here for the T side. They've got themselves B bombs controlled. They will be able to plant the bomb. And this round is pretty much over here, unless Nexa. Good shot there on Torben. It is a bit of a shame that, I mean, Dragonfly is just going to have to try and save that sniper rifle of his, isn't it? Alongside A and J, both the players make their way towards pit. Can actually save the guns? That seems to be a possibility. But I think if you're Otto and you're Nexa, you definitely want to try to get those guns out of their hands, and Nexa seems to be in a good position to do so. Oh, good damage being dealt on Dragonfly. And of course, you also have guys like Otto that will come in there from the A-bomb side. But I think he will have to face the wrath of... Oh no, actually, Otto finds a kill on A and J. So anything, you want to try to rush down a guy like Dragonfly, and yes, Nexa will succeed. That's going to be 13 rounds here for the T's, and well, Fragsters, let's take a look at their money. It's looking pretty bad. It's looking so bad that he must go for an eco, it seems like. Oh, it's down. So I would presume that the letter V is like an U in the Danish language. Is that correct? Stown. Yes, that's understandable. There seems to be some things you can learn from the stream. The correct way of the pronunciation, seems like. Well, not sure how this one's working out here, but somehow Fragsters was able to find the necessary kills. It looks like the T side have flopped entirely. You're gonna be able to recover some rifles here, Fragsters, and it's all down to two of these players here, Hunter and Nexa. Nexa definitely anticipates Llama to be in that position. Do they actually know where the bomb is located, though? I'm not really sure if they know about that, but Valiance? The thing is, though, yeah, Fragsters know the positioning here of the bomb. So it looks like one of the players, Dragonfly, already looking towards the bomb, of course. This time around, he has an 8 OP, not a measly scout. That's a pretty good shot. Look at this double P coming in. Good job here by the T's, and now we're somehow down to the one-on-one. It's all up to Nexa to try and clutch this one out. I mean, Nexa is playing the mind game, and so does ANJ. 20 seconds remaining. Nexa's making the move. He has to make a push on one of these bomb sites. And that's the thing. He will have to check so many angles. And he simply has no idea about ANJ's position. And that will be 7 rounds here for Fragsters. And they haven't really reset the economy of Valiance. I will say that. But it is important to note that the T side, that's a big loss. Like, that is a big loss. That's one of the rounds you have to win if you're the T side, to get that closer to a victory here on Dust 2, but they screwed up. I mean, T-side screwed up. They gave an opportunity here for Fragsters, and they took it. So Valiance, what shall they do at this point? Looks like Letney's gonna be the first man of contact. Will he have a flash? Nope. Flash doesn't seem to be too necessary in this case. Simple dry peek coming in. And again, the double opposite of here, we have guys like Stown. Where is Stown playing at? Is he on the B bomb site? Yes, in fact, he is stationed here on the B bomb site. I mean, the good thing about this position is that even if a smoke ends up going towards CT spawn, which is quite the more basic smokes here in Dust 2, it still has an opportunity to shut down a push there in the middle. And of course, if there's also a push happening here for the tunnels area, he can also spin around, help out his teammate. Right now, it looks like the T side gonna slowly but surely shift their way towards the mid area. And it looks like this will be a simple B split. You have a couple of their players coming in for the tunnels area, and right now, that's some good games there from Esperanza, anticipating for it to take place. Stown. Oh, that's quite the fight there in tunnels. He will win that kill. There's still a lot more to find here on Loma, so it'll help out his teammate, and it looks like it's out to Mr. Esperanto. He's stuck there in the middle. That's gonna be pretty much the round here. A very good one, I'd say. Yes, I am Mr. Caster. That's how I'd like to be called. Mr. Caster. Alright. Let's see, though. The guys here from Fragsters. Again, sticking with that WWP setup. That's pretty much how it should be. And right now, T side, they have taken over some B tunnels control. It doesn't look like they're gonna continue on with a simple push here, or will it? Oh man, it is a simple push there from Esperanto. He just walks into the crosshair of ANJ. That's a big mistake. But Litany, at least the refrag does come in, so it's honestly not looking too bad here. I'd say. I mean, it's a 4-on-4 scenario. The T side still have a possibility here to actually get something done here. Of course, Valiance. They have 4 of their players stationed here towards short, but will they actually commit to the short push? With a whole minute and 10 seconds to work with, that seems to be very likely. They are slowly but surely shifting their way on the A bomb side. I think there's only 1 player on the side itself, so it could be a bit problematic, but of course, Torben is there to help out Dragonfly. There's 1 player in the middle of open. Now it's all up to Nex and Otto trying to clutch this one out. A 2-on-4. 2 players. Single one trying to continue on with their push here, but Otto, he does find a kill on Torben, but it's a bit too late. As the bomb being dropped, and of course his teammate being dead. So there will be 9 rounds here for Fragsters, and man, this is This isn't looking too good here for the for the T side. At one point, wasn't the scoreline? Wait, let's take a look at the tab real quick. Let's see. It was, yes, it was 9-6, very much in favor of the T side. And now it's looking like a bit of a more closer affair than I anticipated, to be honest. Fragsters right now, they're in the position where they can actually acquire themselves double digits, 10 rounds to be exact. And with 10 rounds on the acquisition, on the CD side of Dust 2, that's actually not too bad. They definitely have a chance in this matchup. Very much a good chance. I'd say it's pretty much the same case I saw in the Nuke matchup where they ended up playing a team like Spirit. I think, didn't Fragsters get like 3 rounds? Yeah, I think it was just 3 rounds on the T side if I recall correctly. But on the CD side, you know, they did a much better job. Much better job in that regard. I think they got maybe even 7 or so. So maybe that's what Fragsters needed from the beginning, you know, win the 9th round and start things off on the CD side, because their T sides, let's be real, they haven't been looking that great. Five Deagles in the positions. Oh, actually, though, 4 Deagles in the positions of the Alliance players. But where does Valiance want to end up going at this point? I mean, there's 35 seconds remaining. They have to make a push on one of these bomb sites. And because they have 4 of their players stationed towards B tunnels, I wouldn't be too surprised if that's a push on that B bomb site. In fact, Stown will be seeing a lot of these players coming his way. And of course, the refrag comes in. Well done, Letney, but next, what are you doing here in middle, buddy? You're a bit too late. That would have been such a powerful position if they would have been able to plant the bomb. But here, well, it's going to come down to the frags, and at least there's one for Nexa. Overall, that's going to be still a pretty good eco here for the T side, I'd say. I mean, they get 2 kills. They only had a couple pistols to work with. They did leave a dent in the economy. That's not too bad, not too shabby. So Valiance, they have 4 of their players heading towards B tunnels. They have 1 of their players looking towards the outside area of A. Or shall I say A long, that is. But of course, Auto, the first man of all. That's of course a pretty good pickup if you're Fragsters. That's that early in the matchup. You're able to get a kill. It's suddenly a 5-4. If anyone's going to be a bit more relaxed, it's obviously going to be the CTs. But at this point, if you're Valiance, you lost a player that early, I wouldn't be too surprised if they end up pushing one of these bomb sites a bit quicker than we're used to. They have been trying to run down the clock for the past couple of rounds, I must admit. That hasn't really been the winning formula for the T side, it seems like. So what shall I do at this point? Again, they have their players coming in here. Where? Who's short on the A bomb site? That seems to be about right. They have 4 of these players rushing here to the A bombs at any time now. And of course, Fragsters, they have the defensive setup. They have 1 of the players on the A side, 1 of them towards long. And right now, as the push is taking place, Torbit is there to help out Dragonfly. And overall, it's looking like a pretty good scenario here for Fragsters. They should be able to stop this push right now, as they have players coming in for CT as well. Poor Hunter now left in 1-on-4. That's the first kill there for Hunter. There's still a lot more he needs to find. A and J, actually, I like that. You guys might have noticed it, but A and J was in a position where he sees the player coming in, he tries to win the fight, but realizes, wait, I shouldn't be giving up an easy frag there for Hunter. He peeks on back, he waits for his teammate to throw down the flash, and then he commits to the fight to Hunter. That was neat. That was nice. And would you look at that? The economy, where is it here for the T side? It's not existent. That's the problem. They have to go for a partial buy. I think, wait, let's take a look at the scoreboard real quick. Yes, I think they have maximum lose money bonus at this point, the T side. I think. I'm not sure about that. But anyways, the thing is, they have to go for Nico, the upcoming round. For them to have a proper investment, they have to just get this eco out of the way as soon as possible, because the thing is, though, slowly but surely, Fragsters are creeping up on the scoreboard. At one point, let me remind you folks, I think the scoreline was 13, or I'd say it was 13-6 at one point, or 12-6 at least. At the very least, 12-6. And now it's suddenly 13-11. right now we're pretty much in a round where it could be 13 to 12. Still in favor of Valiance, as for certain. But obviously, Fragsters have been able to show us some great CS here on the CT side of this too. Valiance. Yeah, they have clumped up here in long. I'm not sure if they will really commit the bombs that push just yet, but this is about time they really have to. 35 seconds, they have to make the push happen on one of these bomb sites. Torben, let's see a lot of these players coming in. The double peak got to come in, but it's not the most successful one out there. And overall, this round, it is over. OVER here for the T side. They had absolutely decimated there for long. I think they had one of their players coming in there for short, but yeah, I think he also got shut down pretty early by one of the AUGs on the A bomb side. So yes, 12 to 13 is the scoreline. Valiance, again, putting up a pretty solid investment. They have the AK-47s, they have the utility to work with. They also have an AWP in the hands of Otto, and one of the things I have noticed from previous rounds, Otto has been dying very early in some of these rounds. So I want to see where... Wait, let's see where he's playing. Otto, he's actually here in the middle. So maybe he's going to try to find some of these opening kills again for the T side. But I'm not sure if he's going to try to get them that early in the matchup. Maybe he's going to try to hold an angle. Maybe he will hope for one of the Danes to peek into his crosshairs. Let's see if that's going to be the case. Otto, I think he's definitely anticipating one of the guys to be in middle. Maybe even on Hopper to be there. I will say this. Is it actually... Wait, where's Stone? He's actually playing here in middle. All right. He's been doing a very solid job in middle. You can't deny it. He's got... also pretty decent number of kills. I must admit, though, he did do a very good job in Nuke, I think. Even though his team ended up losing like 16 to 7, I think he had like 26 kills or something like that. He definitely had a very solid game on Nuke. Now, he's kind of slacking off. I guess that's one way to put it. But overall, simple rush here to the B bombs in here from Valiance. Looks like he will commit here, and Esperanto does find the first kill. Otto's there to help him out, and that's pretty much the B bombs that now in the possession of the T side. And one thing to note, though, the bomb still hasn't crossed on the side itself, so this ain't looking too good. But now Otto will definitely punch in the numbers. They have a very good chance here to the T side. 3-on-3 scenario. Otto, player just walks into his crosshairs. Good shot from him. He knows there's someone in the window area. He actually anticipates him to jump down. I think he knows, but so does Letney. That's a pretty good round here for the T side. A pretty simple rush there on the B bomb side. They did have some very good entries, I must admit. They had Esperanto getting the first kill. Otto looking towards the window. Some good team play there from the T side, and they were able to overwhelm the B bomb side. However, one of the things I have to note, this round is important. Like, I can't stress that enough. This round is very important for both these teams. The winner of this round will probably boost the economy of their opponents. It's quite crucial to win this one, as Esperanto will be able to find the first kill here, but there's a lot more players to find here, and right now, Dragonfly here in the site. He does find a kill on Esperanto, who might have gone a bit out of his way at this point. Let's be real. There was a very... Yes, Hunter, he finds the kill on Stone. I can't really blame Stone at that position. He wants to try and get some sort of opening for his team, or shall I say, put his team back in an advantageous position. But I'm not really sure if that was the correct play. No, I don't think that was it, Chief. Right now, whole minute to work here for Valiance. Where shall they go at this point? They got so much room to work with. Letney seems to be deploying utility. That's actually quite smart. If anything, if you're the CT, you're definitely going to be counting that. Wait, there's one Molotov. There's a second Molotov coming in. Okay, so at the very least, there should be 2 guys in long. So there's a very high probability that Fragsters, they will keep one of the players close by the A bomb set. And yes, one of the players is in fact Dragonfly in this position. And of course, now he's hoping to see more guys coming out from long. That's where the Molotovs have been thrown out. But that's not really it. Right now, it's all going to come down to Hunter and Otto as they are shifting their way on the bomb site. We'll actually see Lam in that position. Oh no, Lam is the one to see them. And right now, Lam is pretty much in a position where he should be able to close this one out. But if not him, Dragonfly, he sees the player and he lands the wallbang. That is well done. That is truly a well done round there by Fragsters. This round though, Oh boy. Look at the economy here from the T side. It's all over the place when you look at it. Looks like they have decided to go for timeout. That's very respectable. But if anything, the T side right now, their economy is in the bin. Their economy is in the trash bin. So they've actually try to build up some bank. They have to go for not one, but two ecos at this point. Because guys like Nexa, Esperanto, like Esperanto's thinking of $1,000, Nexa 1,400. So I think we might just have to see a scenario where the T side have to go for a double eco, which is quite a shame, especially since our game is coming to an end when you think about it. Like, these are the very last stages of the second half, so pretty much it's all gonna come down to the wire. Valiance, though, for their players, going back towards the lower tunnels. Not sure if it's going to be a straight up push there towards the middle, but I wouldn't be too surprised if they attempt a similar play. Like in a round like this, where they only have pistols to work with, that's one way to try to approach a round. It's always a possibility. So they have 4 of their players here. 4 of them stationed towards short. The 5th man next to coming in. So it kind of looks like they're just going to try to commit towards short. That seems to be a likely option. The Esperanto is jumping down here in the middle, so I can't really say I'm really sure what they're going to try to do at this point. Esperanto seems to be being a human decoy there in the middle. But of course, he will be flying out. That's the first kill there from Fragsters. Of course, Dragonfly on the bomb side doing a pretty good job at stopping this push so far, but he still has to be quite careful. Even though they are the mere pistols, they can still do some serious damage in a game of Counter-Strike. And in fact, look at the respect that's coming in here from the CT side. They will allow the teams to plant the bomb, and really, that's one of the things they want. I mean, with the bomb plant coming in, that's going to be some extra money in the pockets of the T side. Now look at this retake, like how slow Fragsters are playing. They know that they're only up against pistols, but they want to make sure that they don't take any chances. They want to be very careful. They want to be very methodical, and of course, that's going to work out for them at the very end. They only end up losing one of the players. Enough time to defuse the bomb, and yeah, it's going to be 14-14 at this point. A very tight scoreline between the two teams. Well, like I said, this is definitely going to the wire, isn't it? And now these next 2 rounds are going to be of great importance. Either there's a possibility that one of these teams will come out on top victorious. There's always a chance of overtime, which in this case I wouldn't be too surprised if it's going to be it. A lot of utility deployed towards long. Ex-Fragsters want to make sure that they deploy the most amount of utility they can at long, and then be sure about it for a very simple nature of none of the T's being there, because if the Molotovs are thrown down in the long house, I mean, there's very slim chance that the T side player is still very much there. Oh man, Stown, tight angle, and he still wins the fight against Hunter. There's going to be a lot more players to go here. Stown, good shot, up close and personal. There's a 3rd one from here, and Stown pulls out the deagle. Right now, he's pretty much single-handedly stopped this push, but there's Nexa here from the tunnels. Of course, Otto is still very much alive in this scenario, so Otto now left in a 1-on-2. Will be able to punch in the numbers. Good job, Otto. Or, in fact, will he? Look at the push. They're both coming in there. That's quite weird, though. They shouldn't try to take down the player that early. Otto's got a chance here. Will he? Look at this. This is weird. Otto right now, he's been able to sneak past through. Will they anticipate this ruse here from Otto? He's in a pretty good position, I think, once the smoke grenade ends up dissipating. I think Fragsters will realize what's going on here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Otto, he has been able to sneak past through. He's got himself a chance to move back towards the A bomb site. It looks like that's what he's going to try to do right now. Alright, Otto. He's going to be able to put himself in a pretty winnable situation. Look at the bomb. Is it going to be planted right in the middle of nowhere? So Otto definitely has a chance, but he's not going to be going towards long. That is quite risky. So we'll take a less riskier route, that is holding here towards short. That's quite a respectable position to be in. Now, Otto, continue on holding here towards short. Dragonfly alongside Torvin. Yeah, they still have the utility to work with. That's one of the things I didn't count for. So that's, of course, one of the Molotovs being thrown out. There's going to be a smoke grenade coming in. This is actually a bit of a gap that will allow Otto to find a kill. And right now, Torben actually has to find the bomb, the smoke grenade. He does have the defuse kit. He can actually try and stick it, but right now, Otto, he hasn't been able to pull this one through. It looks like it will be around here for the T side. That's going to be 15 to 14. Well done there by Otto. That is some great stuff. Truly well done. Now look at this. This even calls out a pause here. Is it actually Ex-Fragsters taking the pause? I would presume so. Like, if anyone's going to be feeling pressure at this point, it might as well be Fragsters. You were so close at actually stopping Valiance from taking those two. But right now, I mean, the chances, obviously not looking that great, but overall, they still have a chance. I mean, if they're going to be able to win this round, they will be able to put their team in overtime, and with overtime being in play, obviously, Fragsters do have a chance. Still win does too. But that's the thing. They have to get to overtime to do so. They must win this round. And they have 3 players on the AUGs. That's not too bad. But they also have guys like ANJ with the CZ and guys like Dragonfly with the Scout. It's obviously chances ain't looking too good. Oh, is it going to be a simple B rush here from the T side? So far, so good here, as Lomba will be able to find 2 good kills. But I'm not really sure if that's the right play to make if you're the terrorist side. If you're Valiance at this point, do you really want to try to, you know, throw it all away on a simple B rush? You've got so much utility to work with, and weaponry nonetheless. Oh, did Nexa see the player there? I would presume so. Not really sure if that's truly the case, but that seems to be likely. Nexa. He's definitely looking towards middle. Otto, why is he there by his lonesome? That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. At this point, it is a 2-on-3. It looks like Hunter and Nexa have decided to split up, which is, again, can't really say that's the most smartest of choices, but at this point, they have to do what they must to try to win this round, and it is quite interesting to note there's not a single player here on the A-bomb side. In fact, Nexa and Hunter, they will be able to, I think, even cross freely here on the side. Maybe Hunter will have a bit of a more difficult time, but at the same time, he has his teammates with a smoke grenade, and look at this, even Hunter himself has a smoke grenade to deploy. They actually cross safely in the bomb site, and that seems to be about right. Hunter will be able to plant the bomb, I would presume, for short. That's where Nexa is holding at. Does Nexa hear the footsteps? He definitely heard them right there. This puts Valiance in a pretty good scenario. The T side right now in a pretty good scenario, and in fact, Hunter will be able to close things out. It's a bit of a shame how we didn't get to see those last 2 kills there from Hunter's POV, but that's just how it is with GoTV. Sorry about that, folks. Anyhow, this round is pretty much over, and so is the game. 16 to 14. Congrats for Valiance. And of course, guys, there's going to be a lot more Esea action going on here. I think our next matchup, let me be precise on that one. Which is the next game? I think it's going to be... Oh, it's going to be now... Wait, is it Csgo Boars? Yeah, I think it's going to be Csgo Boars versus Forest. That should be quite an interesting matchup. So, of course, guys, if you want to watch some more Counter-Strike, stay tuned to the Vortex channel, as we'll be right back with some more Counter-Strike action.